Progress isn't loud. I heard someone say this recently, and it really resonates. We forget this, likely because we are mostly only shown the result of progress, success. But there's so much backstory behind a success story, and we humans naturally love an origin story. Probably because we can see ourselves in anyone's starting point. A starting point is attainable. Anyone can start, but not everyone does. And even fewer people continue after they take the big leap to start. How many incredible rags to riches stories have been made into big films? I know those kinds of stories inspire me. But to fit someone's life into a 90-minute movie or a 300-page book, to keep viewers and readers' attention spans, those quiet, persistent moments that are the real reason someone achieves success don't ever make the final cut. They get lost in montage, and we don't live in montages. When it comes to our own lives, our own struggles, we give up so quickly when we don't reach success right away. It's impatience, yes, but I think it's also because we aren't privy to the behind the scenes of our idols, our heroes, our greatest subjects of inspiration. Progress isn't loud. It's what you do when you wake up a little earlier to work on your first painting commission before you head to your day job, before you've even uttered a word to anyone else. It's when the house has gone to bed and you're still typing your novel on your computer, keys click-clacking into the night. Or even those middle-of-the-night bursts of inspiration that find you when you're in a deep sleep. A brilliant idea for your business, a story plot, or a recipe that forces you awake. You emerge from your cozy covers and you tiptoe quietly into another room and write it down. These moments are all quiet to the world because they're solitary. There's no audience. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? My answer is, it sure does. Progress isn't loud. It's the result of a slow and methodical process. I used to be impatient. In a lot of ways, impatience felt like it was the driving force behind chasing my dreams and achieving my accomplishments. I was hungry for life, success, independence, to the point that I forgot to enjoy the little things. I took those little things for granted like we all tend to do when we're young and insatiable. I had no time to stop and smell the roses. And I often lost sight of the journey when all that ever is really there is the journey. We can only truly live in the present after all. And then I found hand-drawn animation and instantly fell in love with a medium that was all process. A lonely one at that. Nights spent in my studio, lit only by the light table trying to get a movement just right, the rhythm and timing just so, that evoked my intentions accurately, and not cheesily or awkwardly, but truthfully. Sometimes I wanted a goofy animation, more cartoonish. Other times I wanted something beautiful and raw, but the process had to be refined and just perfect to convey what it is I wanted to convey. And the only way to do that is through practice, practice, practice. Animating by hand is, in fact, the slowest path I could take to progress. It takes hours, days, weeks, and months of work just for a blip of finished animation. Especially when I work on paper, which I did for many years and sometimes still like to do just for the tactile connection. And so everything changed, and I no longer cared about rushing through for the outcome. I fell in love with all the moments that it took to lead up to this moment. The planning, the sketching, the inking, the stippling, and the coloring. I finally stopped to smell the iris, I guess. You are not behind, you are building. And someday, if you made the efforts when it mattered, and you click-clacked the night away on your novel every week for a year, or woke up just a little bit early to paint those flowers for your first buyer, you'll look back at these times and know these quiet-to-the-world moments were what changed everything. Pick something you love to do and make it fit into your schedule. Wake up a little earlier. Even 10 minutes extra spent on your passion every day will make a difference. You'll see it impact your overall life quality too. You will feel brighter, happier, and filled with more purpose. And though your progress may be deaf to the world, it will be just loud enough for you to hear.